Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to install a head tracking code on your digital asset like your funnel. And the reason why we're going to do this is because we want to track the performance of our funnel, and this is going to give us data as to how much page engagement, how many people are coming to our funnel, where they're coming from, where traffic is coming in, if it's coming from socials or direct traffic, if somebody's searching for it. We are going to find out how the performance of our funnel is working, whether it's working well or not. Now, what I'm going to show you is the same process on two different platforms or two different software, ClickFunnels and System.io. So to show you both, but the process is virtually the same. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create a Google Analytics account. So you're going to go to this URL right here, marketingplatform.google.com, about analytics, and you're going to click on Get Started Today. So the first thing you're going to do is put in your new account. So let's just call this something basic. So what I'm going to do is call this Kim's Fabulous Business. All right. Now, all of this, you really don't need any of this. I would off-click all of this because you don't need account specialists, you don't need tech support or benchmarking. But what we're going to do now is going to click Next. And now we're going to create a property. Now, you can do one of two things here. You can either create your whole funnel as a property, or you can create your individual pages as a property. You can do either one, but if you're interested in really getting into fine-grained detail on your analytics, like how is my opt-in page performing as opposed to my bridge page, how much traffic is going from my opt-in page to my bridge page, where does that fall off? I think this is going to give you much more useful data than if you just track your entire funnel. So what I recommend is to first create a property that is your opt-in page. So we're going to call this opt-in page 1. Okay? So I'm going to click Next, and it's going to ask me about my business. I'm going to say it's a small business. I want to measure customer engagement. Now I'm going to click Create, and then you have to accept. I'm going to click Accept. Now, what it's going to ask you now is you're going to set up a data stream right here. So the data stream is going to tell us what traffic and what engagement we have on our site. So what I'm going to do is click Web. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you what your website is, right? So you're going to have your URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to, actually going to go to ClickFunnels, and I'm going to open up my my website, or my funnel, excuse me, my funnel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the name or get the URL of my opt-in page. Because if I go here, I view it. This is my opt-in page. So you can actually just select this URL and copy it. And now we're going to go back to Google Analytics. Oops, wrong one. Nope. This is the one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it into this box. Now, right now you see that it's got the HTTPS. I'm going to delete it from my URL. I don't need that. And so now it's we can call this stream name, we can call this opt-in. And I'm going to go ahead and create my stream. Okay, so now I have my stream set up. So this is actually going to start collecting data. It says it's not active for my website yet. It takes about 48 hours for this to start happening. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and we're going to go to View Tag Instructions right here, and I'm going to click on that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install my Google tag. So I have to get the head tracking code from Google in order for this to work. So I'm going to go to install manually because my website builder isn't here. Now you might be installing this on a WordPress website, and that's fine, but we're going to install it on our funnel, and our funnel's not listed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on install manually. So now what I want to do is I want to select this. Now this is my head tracking code. I know it looks like like a lot of code. You probably don't know what any of this means. I certainly don't, because I'm not that familiar with HTML. However, I do know that this is the code I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this little icon right here. That icon copies the entire code. And why would I not just select it or highlight it and copy it? Because I might miss something, and if I miss something, my code isn't going to work. So I click on copy on this little icon here. Now that's copied to my clipboard. Now, listen carefully. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to go back to my funnel. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to go to Edit Page, and I'm going to go to Settings, and I'm going to go to Tracking Code here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste it into here. I want to make sure that's the header code. I'm going to paste it there, okay, and then save it. Okay, we've got that. Now I'm going to go back out, and now what I want to do is I want to go back and I want to get the tracking code for my bridge page. So I'm going to click off there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to admin right here, and I'm going to create another property. So this is my second property. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call this bridge page. Now let's call this bridge page 2. And I'm going to click on next. We're going to do the same thing that we did before. Measure customer engagement. Create. We're going to go to the web. Now we're going to have to go back and get our bridge page URL. So I'm going to click here on my bridge page. I'm going to click on this icon here that's visit my page. I'm going to select my URL there, copy it, and now go back to Google Analytics, and now I'm going to paste in that code right there. Get rid of the HTTP. Stream name, this is going to be called Bridge Page 2. And then I'm going to create a stream. Okay, so now I'm setting up another data stream. This is for my bridge page. I'm going to scroll down, do the same thing I did before. I'm going to install manually, copy my code again. Now I'm going to go back to ClickFunnels, edit page, settings, tracking code, header code, and paste it in. Okay, that is how you install it on ClickFunnels. Now, I wanted to show you because this is, you can see that right now it's not collecting any data, right? But this is my challenge funnel that I have already. And what I'd probably want to do, I don't think I have it set up on the funnel that I'm running currently, so I would have to go in and I would have to start this brand new. And so you're not seeing engagement because I'm not even actually using this funnel right now. But if I were using this funnel, this is what I would, where I would put it. So, and you can see the data is pretty flat. So I'm not even using anything right now. But if you wanted to view this, you would go to reports, and you would go to engagement, and you'd want to go to engagement overview. And this is going to give you information that you need, like average engagement time, engage systems or engage sessions per user, average engagement per session, unique views, event count, how many people have actually visited, and then this is going to give you some more data, right? And you can see this is why it's called a funnel, because you can actually see the page views, you know, based on where they're coming from the landing page, which I don't even have active anymore. But you can see how it falls off, right? Now, if I really wanted to be even more exact, I would probably go to Legendary Marketer and look to see how many funnel hits I'm getting or how many checkout page hits I'm getting. But this is one way to see what your engagement is. Now, this is on ClickFunnels, using Google Analytics on ClickFunnels. I can do the same thing on my System.io funnel. So I'm going to go into System.io right now, and this is my Legendary 2 funnel. Now, I could do the same thing here. What I could do is I could track the whole funnel. If I wanted to do that, I would go up to my account settings and go in here, and I would go to Sales Funnel Settings in my account. And when I do that, you can see that it gives me that tracking code box. So if I do that, that's going to track the entire funnel. So it will, you know, if I've got a funnel that's active, whatever funnel I have active, this is going to track that. Or I can go into each individual page like I did before in ClickFunnels and track each page. So what I think I'm going to do, though, is I am going to go into each page. I'm going to show you how to do that. So for that, you're going to go right into your funnel. I'm going to go to Legendary 2. This is my opt-in page. I'm going to go to Edit. Now, what I probably would need to do is to go back to Google Analytics and take my, actually I have a different URL there, don't I? So what I want to do is get that URL, because this is not it, right? So what I need to do would be to go and look at that page. So View Funnel Step. I would click on that. That's my, actually, that is my actual URL. Now I would have to go back and I would have to set it up on Google Analytics, but I would use the same process. So now what I'm going to do is go back to Admin, and now I'm going to create another property. Okay, so I've got my bridge page 2, opt-in page 1. I'm going to now create another property. This one's going to be called System opt-in. So I want to make sure that there's a difference between the two. And of course, we're going to go back and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. And create. Go to web. And now I'm going to paste in my System URL right there. So we're going to go System opt-in. Okay, and so now we can create the stream there. And this is the different URL. We have to have that. Go to Tag Instructions. We're going to install manually. We're going to select the code, just like we did before, copy it. And now we're going to go back to System. And now we're going to edit our page. I'm going to click there. And now to add it to this page, this is my opt-in page in System, I'm going to click on Settings, okay, right up here. And now I'm going to scroll all the way down to where you see Tracking and I'm going to go to edit header code. And now what I'm going to do, make sure that that cursor is blinking, and now I'm going to paste it in there and save it. So now I have a head tracking code installed on my Systeme opt-in page. Make sure you save your changes. I'm going to get out of there. And now I'm going to do the same thing for my thank you page. This time I'm going to get my funnel step. This is this one here. I'm going to select it because I'm going to have to go back to Google Analytics now. And now I'm going to create another property. So now I'm going to create property. This is going to be my Systeme bridge or thank you. We'll just call it bridge. Next, we're going to do the same thing. Select that, create, go to web. I'm going to paste my URL in here. I want to get rid of that HTTPS because I don't need it. I'm going to call this my bridge, Systeme bridge, right? We did that before for the opt-in. And create stream. Okay, so now we have our Systeme bridge page set up, our data stream. Gonna go get that tag, install manually, copy it. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to Systeme. We're on our thank you or our bridge page, and now we're gonna go to edit page, go to settings, scroll all the way down, and now we want to put our tracking code in here for our bridge page. Save it. Save it there. So now I have my tracking code on my Systeme page, both pages. So now I'll be able to track that. So now I go back to Google Analytics. I want to go back to admin. So now I've got all of my data streams. These are my ClickFunnels. These are my Systemes, right? In 48 hours, I will see, right? I'm going to see that there is some data coming in. So when I will see it right here in reports, and I'm going to, this is, I'll go to engagement. This is my bridge page, my Systeme bridge. Now right now, like I said, there's no data coming in, but when there is data, you're going to start to see some numbers. Now, I don't have this funnel active, so I won't see any numbers because I don't have it out there, but you will see your numbers. So that's how you're going to apply a head tracking code in Google Analytics for either your ClickFunnels funnel or your Systeme.io funnel. Either one, I do recommend putting your tracking code on each one of your pages because that's going to give you a more fine-grained analysis, and you're going to be able to see the engagement on both of your pages. All right, guys, that's how you do it. I hope that this video really gave you some insight into how to do your analytics on your funnel, and I'll see you in the next video.